On the third last day of primary school we had to go hill walking. Oh, but hill walking is so easy. Breathes in. I was on a mountain. That ain't no hill. What makes the mountain a mountain is higher than 304 meters. I was on a 500-meter mountain. I had to walk 8 kilometers. Oh, but I'm poor, so I have to walk to school every day and I live in the countryside. Breathes in. Shut up, slave. And that 8 kilometers was up a mountain. Well, we walked 3.3 kilometers up a hill. So obviously you were hill walking. Not as much as I quite literally climbed 4.7 kilometers. So now that slave has died of old age, let's get into it. We were on a bus and I picked Tony as my partner because Rehards and Callum decided to stay home. I didn't have anybody to exchange memes with except Tony. Tony isn't as fun as talk to as Callum and Rehards. As we got off I saw my classmate with a cannabis hat. He didn't even know what it was, he just said it was called weed and that the only use for it was smoking. We were walking and walking. I bet Keelan wouldn't last a second up here. And there I saw Keelan with his red bucket hat and his sunglasses squatting in the woods next to us holding a big stick he found on the ground. I took out my Pringles and started to eat them. I changed my opinion about Keelan. He looked like he was born there. We were still in the hill part and I started to get tired, but I got my Pringles so I was happy. When we started to get into the mountain area I regretted every single decision I made in my life so far until I got to the top. There was a circle of stones where my classmates were sitting on. The rest went to the edge of the top to enjoy the view. I fell onto the ground and grabbed my water and deodorant. After I was done I went to the other people that went to the edge. I did not regret every single decision I made in my life after all. Until we were going back. I was promised to go only downhill from now. I'll just say it wasn't quite downhill. Anyway, when it was straight again we had to cross a very deep hole in the shape of a small canyon. If I jumped I would die. We went one by one sliding into the hole holding onto the grass in an attempt to not fall to my doom. Then I had to climb off the canyon onto the ground. And then we walked like 10 kilometers along a route back to the bus. I did regret this after all.